good. A major consumer publication now says not to use aerosols on kids. Dr. Sanjay Jain is a board-certified physician in radiology and integrative medicine. He joins us now with more on this story. And doctor, first, thank you for coming in and talking with us about this. So aerosol sunscreens and children, not necessarily a good idea anymore.
There's a lot of debate going on right now. So thank you for having me this morning. And I'm also a parent.
Right.
So I got two little boys, 5 and 7.
And I'm sure they like to be outside.
And they like to go out, go to swimming, go to the beach. And I had to call them back, hey, get your sunscreen on.
Right.
So a lot of the debate is to use lotions or to use aerosols. And so I've actually used both.
Right.
And so I've learned my lessons as a parent.
Okay.
So the thing with aerosols is that it's very convenient. It's transparent. It's not messy. It's not gooey like the cream is. The problem is that for kids, they can inhale them. If they have asthma or allergies, they can inhale those things. And also with the aerosols, they can actually cause some eye irritation and can also burn in the mouth. So there are some safety concerns. So my suggestion is, if you have the aerosol, try not to use it all up. Spray it on your hands and just apply it locally.
Okay.
Try to use a cream, especially the SPFs, SPF 50. This is a sample. This is actually my son's actual sample. And you can see that it actually lasts a very long time. This is almost the whole summer. We're still using the same bottle. Okay. So here are the other two. I had to cover up these actual bottles. Right. And so here you can see that this is an aerosol. Right. And when you spray it, you spray it here. And I'm actually going to be at my own. Okay. All right. So I'm not gonna spray it on you.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So here you can see that it's still there, but it still stays there. You can see a little bit of that moisture. Right. That alcohol that's still there. It takes time to evaporate. Okay. And if you're sweating, you really can't see whether you're actually how much coverage you have. So the advantage of actually having a cream is that you can actually see where you're applying it. So I'm gonna apply a little bit on myself. And a little bit of a goop here. And
the sunscreen, the lotion kind, is actually better for you based on what you've
see, here it is. Now, here's a problem. This you don't see, this you see. So you have to really rub this in.
Gotcha, okay.
And this takes a while, and this is where people don't like the creams because it just stays on and it doesn't go away. Right. So you have to really rub it in, and it'll go away. Okay. But the other thing is with creams is that it'll have a little bit more lasting effect. No matter what sunscreen you pick, it's going to last about 80 minutes to about 2 hours. So you have to reapply it every 2 hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
That doesn't mean that sunscreen is going to totally protect you from the sun. The proper clothing, you got to have the proper, eyewear, and even a hat, wear a cap. So these are all part of being protected in the sun. So avoid the main sun.
Let's talk about some of the cons as well. We see some of the possible hazards as well about being flammable and may burn your eyes and mouth. You just talked about some of that. Talk about some of the other safety tips that we need to know when we're talking about any kind of sunscreen.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, you want to apply it very frequently. Every 2 hours is the best way to go. If you're going to use aerosol, which we don't recommend indoors because you inhale that, you want to spray it outdoors. And common sense with any aerosol, keep it away from any heat source. These are flammable. So some of these contain alcohol and butane. So you don't want this explosion to go if you're in a barbecue doing some cooking.
Never do it near heat.
I never do. So use some common sense. And so with aerosols, use common sense. And if you have to use it indoors, spray it on your hands, I said before, and just use it as a lotion, especially on children. And like I said before, children, try to use the creams. It's much more safer. And you know where you're applying, you get a nice coating on. So that's the best way to go when it comes to kids.
Got it. Okay, doctor, thank you very much for coming in and sharing that information.
Thank you so much.
With us. We appreciate it. Annie, let's go back over to you.